everyone, Happy New Year. We are back with the Word Wednesday in 2021. And since this is our first Word Wednesday of the year, I thought why not entitle it 2021 Focus. 2020 was a year. It was a year unlike any other. And I don't know if I could say that enough. We went through a lot of trials and tribulations, and we're still dealing with some of the stuff that came up last year. And if you're watching this video, you endured and made it through. And not a lot of people can say the same. So this in itself is such a blessing. And I think that just really has made me want to appreciate life way more. Not that I didn't appreciate it before, but 2020 was like a wake-up call. So since 2021 is here, new year, what they say, new year, new me. Don't know about that, say me. But I know a lot of us like to create resolutions and different goals and dreams for the year ahead. And if you don't, that's okay, but don't knock us who do. And I saw a picture on Instagram that really inspired today's video. So I'm gonna read and share it here with you all as well. So let me pull it up for you. And it says, if you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. Do I need to read that again? Let me read it one more time. If you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. And I know in 2020, I was focused on hurt, honey. Okay, I was focused on a lot of hurt. I was just stuck. And stuck so much that I was suffering and I didn't understand why. And I feel like this message just wraps it all up so nicely in a way that we can all comprehend. I was focusing on hurt, so I was suffering. How can you grow or be happy or find joy when you're looking at hurt? Yeah, you might reminisce on some relationships or situations that were ultimately hurtful to you and see a little bit of happiness, a little bit of joy, but the end result was hurt. So you're thinking about the suffering. You're playing it over and over in your head, reminiscing, and causing yourself pain and turmoil and suffering. And I really like that it said if you focus on the lesson, you will grow. Yes, you will get hurt. There's a scripture that says there will be trials and tribulations, but take heart because God has overcome the world. And I think it's very important to know that God never said we wouldn't have trials. He never said we wouldn't be hurt. There's people who's going to hurt you. Sometimes you might even hurt yourself. But if you focus on being hurt, you're going to suffer. You have to look at your hurt. You have to look at your past and see that there was a lesson. And the lesson might have been painful. It might have hurt you to your core, but you overcame. Like I said, you're watching this video. You're here today. You might still be going through a situation that's causing you hurt, but you have to take a step back and say, I'm hurting. I'm acknowledging my feelings, but I'm seeing where the lesson is in this whole situation because I truly believe each and everything happens for a reason. And for me, it's really important to remind myself that I can't live in the past and live in the future. It's like I have 1 foot here and 1 foot here, and I can't walk like that. Can you walk like that? And it's not realistic to say, oh, I'm going to live in this memory, but I still want to move forward here, because how can I live in this memory that's not occurring in 2021? That was my past. That's not what's going on in my present. It's okay to look back at the past, to acknowledge what I've been through, to see how it's moving me forward. But do I want to go back and live in the past? Or do I want to actively move forward and better myself for my future? Those are just some thoughts that be going through my head. And so when I saw this picture, I was like, oh, I have to speak on this for a Word Wednesday because, like I said, I was living in hurt. I was looking at hurt and I was suffering. But in 2020, I really had to forgive myself and forgive those who hurt me, which we'll talk about in our next video, in order for me to move forward. And in moving forward, I see that there was a lesson. Because like I said, I believe everything happens for a reason. But when you're crying, when you're upset, when you're suffering, you can't see the reason. You can't see the lesson. So sometimes you have to take a step back. You have to separate yourself to refocus. You want your 2021 focus to be that of looking at lessons so you can grow instead of looking at hurt and suffering. That's why this picture is a word, okay? And you may not get this today, but I just challenge you all to really look at this picture to really listen to what I'm saying in this video. I know I'm saying a lot, but this is all God speaking through me. Just take a step back. Are you still stuck in your past? Are you still looking at that hurt that someone caused you and just suffering? You're just like, why can't I be happy? Why can't I let this go? Why this? Why did this happen to me? I want you to stop right there. Listen to the questions that you're asking yourself. This situation happened. It hurt me. It shook me to my core. I'm upset. I don't understand. But I have to move forward. Because if I'm walking back here, I can't walk this way and walk that way too. That's just not possible right now. So I challenge you all to find some clarity in your 2021 focus. This year we think, new year, new me, clean slate. And things don't change like this. New Year's Eve then turned into New Year's Day and then everything just changed dramatically. You were still doing what you were doing on New Year's Eve. And you still have the same feelings and situations. But what did change is that you have optimism and hope and knowing that you have a whole 365 days to change or make a change to do better, to be better, to elevate and push yourself forward. So that's why for me, I did sit down and I wrote some 2021 goals like I did last year for 2020. And even if I'm not accomplishing them all, it's just helping me and holding myself accountable to see, hey, this is what I did in 2020. This is what I said I'm going to do in 2021. My plans aren't always what God's plans are for me, but I did sit down with some intention so that I can grow and take these lessons with me. So I just want us all to be our best, to do our best, to look after ourselves and love on ourselves so much this year because life is short. And if 2020 didn't teach us anything else, I think it taught us all that. So stop hurting. Stop looking at your hurt. You're going to hurt. You're going to have your days. You're going to feel sad. You're going to feel low. You're going to suffer sometimes, of course. But it's a decision that you have to make within yourself to take a step back and to release, to let go, so that you can look at the lesson and move forward. I know it's easier said than done, and it can take some time. It won't happen overnight. It won't happen just like this. But in this new year, you have new opportunities and new blessings, and things will change. You will see lessons. You will grow, and trouble don't last always. Always, always remember that. And remember to love yourself because you deserve to be loved.